Hello, everybody. Hello, little smokies. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. I am so sorry about being 30 minutes late. That is not something I want to make a habit of. I don't know if you can hear it a little bit, but I have been hella let me unplug this controller really quickly because I don't want to roll over the cord for this on accident. But I don't know if you can hear it in my voice a little bit, but I was like super hella congested all day today. So I was like, damn, let me go cough out some of this phlegm, which led into a yak, and now we're here. But, apologies. Oh. Will I open this one? Thanks. Okay, well, random lemonade, in the midst. But yeah, so I was like not feeling too hot here, and then I was like, let me like make sure I'm not queasy again before I sit down to stream, because I also didn't want to sit down and then immediately have to jump back up to yak again, but I'm all good. I think it was just a once in a phlegmy accident, but we're here. Amanda calls it a bronchial spasm, and I'll take that. I will absolutely take a bronchial spasm. I guess that's the medical term. I don't know shit about medical things, so I absolutely am trusting you on that. Anywho, we got a lot of fun stuff to get into today. Now, first off, I wanted to say a huge thank you once again to Mel Raffle, which you guys need to go. Did we get her Twitch link anywhere? In the comments in the last video? Okay. In the comments of the last video, Mel Raffle's Twitch link. Make sure you go check that out, because she has so graciously helped implement stream elements into the programming that we have here. So now my chat, my alerts, everything is all in one place, which is really nice. And it seems to be working a lot better now that I got whatever was going on yesterday worked out. So shout out to Mel Raffle. Now, if you guys don't know what's going on with Gabby Hannah, honestly, I was really shocked to hear her name come up in anything big. I've heard her name here and there. You know, she had that, like, short stint where she was, like, going totally crazy on TikTok, and then she got all of her tattoo removes in a religious, psychosis movement. And then she also started working at a gym casually, and now we're here to the point where she is once again in a different type of religious psychosis, which I think is going to be a little bit interesting. So I'm excited to check everything out and see what's going on. So let's see what we got today. Now, beyond just the religious psychosis, we are going to be talking about some really old Gabby Hannah drama. So I'm going to need to give you guys just a slight bit of context of the Jessie Smiles situation, if you don't know. And I will put a trigger warning for this because it does involve conversations of SA. So, in 2013, Jessie Smiles accused her then boyfriend, who was also a Vine star, Curtis Lepore, of rape. And then in early 2014, she had filed official charges against him for this, which were later dropped after he pleaded guilty to felony assault. So, interesting to know. Now, usually I think when situations like this happen, the whole internet kind of like jumps on them. And, but then in mid-2014, before they had come close friends, Gabbie posted tweets that are now deleted, expressing public skepticism regarding the allegations. And that was after charges were filed. And he did end up pleading guilty to these. Just want to say that. I just want to say that. So, like, I don't know how you could go on your Twitter and then say, oh yeah, this person, yeah, they're lying. But for some reason, that's what happened. There was something on my nose. I was like, huh. Wait, I feel like I just realized there's supposed to be a chat here that's not working, so I'm gonna hide it because I see a little gray box. And I was like, what's that little gray box right there? I figured it out. Anywho, so then in 2014, Gabbie and Jessie Smiles had actually bonded because both of them had taken off between Vine and YouTube. So a lot of people who were in the Vine space ended up collaborating with one another, especially if they went over and did long form content as well, because it was like, oh, we could turn this like easy Vine content into these Viners collabing and making all this stuff together. And there's something on my arm. What's happening to me today? I don't even know. I had a paper towel and I lost it, but I'm gonna grab it in a second. Let me finish this story first. So then, while they were friends, Gabbie had allegedly socialized, took photos, and hung out with Curtis. And after Jessie figured this out, she expressed online, like publicly, that this had broke her heart. And I don't blame her. It's crazy to think that somebody that you befriended, even under the premise, like, it's just, like, so crazy that Gabbie did this, looking back. Like, especially if you knew who Gabbie was as a YouTuber at all, the way that she would talk about her stories, very interesting. But then, in 2019, the public had totally become aware of this when all of the past tweets began resurfacing, and people started labeling her like an SA apologist, to say the least. Also, we got Barely Functional with the 99-cent hot dog. In 2020, apparently there was a call that happened between Jessie and Gabbie to clear the air that they both agreed to record, but neither party has ever released. So nobody knows what was ever officially said during that conversation, but supposedly they've become okay with each other since then. Oh shit, I see a little... We also got Ty Talks Too Much with little finger heart. I never catch those, but I caught it. 350 joules, thank you. Now, so where this comes into current day and what we're going to be talking about today is Gabby Hannah and Jen Dent. So the feud between them stems from 2020 when all of this backlash and stuff came out. Jen Dent was publicly very I mean, she calls it talking shit. Like, to put it lightly, she did not fuck with Gabbie. She hated Gabbie and was very public about that. Jen Dent is a semi-well-known online personality. Some of you guys might recognize that name. Some of you guys might not. When we were talking about this in the VC yesterday, a lot of you guys, or like some of you guys knew the name Gabby Hannah, but didn't know Jen Dent. So we're going to be getting into what Jen Dent plays a part. So the initial clash was over Gabbie siding with Curtis, right? And obviously Jen Dent was on the side of Jesse. Sorry, their names are weirdly similar in my brain, so I don't want to say the wrong one on accident. And then this weird harassment campaign started. So in response to what Jen was saying on Twitter, Gabbie's fan base started targeting her with spamming emails, intimidation, and alleged that Gabbie has manipulated her young fans into doxing and orchestrating a fake essay as a revenge tactic, okay? And this is all coming out now. So, we gotta get into what the hell is going on, because when I first heard about this, I was like, this is absolutely crazy. I mean, Gabbie's known to be slightly controversial. She's not really been the most savory person on the internet. But when you hear about all the shit she did to Jen Dent, holy fuck, and there's proof. That's a thing. I would say all alleged, but the thing is, there's videos of Gabbie directly saying these things. So, I don't know how you could say even alleged, because it's like crazy. But we got Brandon 500H with the Canadian 2 who said, I thought you had a problem with computer again. No, I had a problem with stomach again. But I appreciate the concern either way. Thankfully, things are mostly good. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So starting off, there's like a clip of Gabbie that's shown in the beginning, and she cycles through a couple clips of Gabbie, but she will end up showing a lot of these in more detail later. So let me go ahead and grab the exact timestamp where everything begins, because boy, is there a freaking lot. Here, I believe it starts about 4 minutes in, because she goes through a whole like intro thing where she talks a little bit about their past. Hello. There we go. Sorry, my computer's like semi-slow right now. Okay, so she's gonna briefly mention this person, Alyssa, here. And just to be noted, Alyssa is Alyssa Perrine, a mega super fan of Gabby Hannah. There is a couple of these mega super fan names who will come up, and I will let you know if it's one of them and she doesn't explain, because I'm actually very familiar with a lot of this going on, because I was a fan of Gabby Hannah back before all of the Curtis Lepore stuff came out in 2020. I used to watch like her really early, like I think it was like 2014 through 2018 era, where she did those like story time videos talking about the stuff that happened in her life. I found those very entertaining. Okay, but let's get into Jen's side of things. Wait a minute, it didn't even pull to the timestamp I had, I don't think. Maybe it did. I don't fucking know. My computer. We'll figure it out. Ooh, I gotta get rid of that box now on my React screen. That's gonna drive me insane a little bit. Because the chat ain't there anymore. I'm so used to having the chat on the screen. Alright. Nope, not on the screen, but this one works. Like the one on the OBS works. Also, can you pass me a paper towel next to you? Thanks. Alright, let's watch this.
Video by Alyssa. The reason for that is because Alyssa made herself well known during the whole Gabbie versus Jesse debacle for all those years. She made sure she was front and center at all times when it came to defending Gabbie, when it came to getting on Twitter and just arguing with everybody. It was an ongoing thing with Alyssa that a lot of people knew about. It was like Thursday, I think, that Vangelina Skov put a video up responding to that video by Alyssa. And I checked it out. Mostly I was reading the comments while watching the video. I was seeing a lot of people say, yo, this is not correct. Like, Alyssa is an actual psychopath who fucking harassed the shit out of people for years. We sat and watched this happen. And as I'm
So basically what she's talking about is Alyssa Perrine, the super mega fan of Gabbie's that I was talking about, who takes part in a lot of this harassment. And she's going to get into what all of it is here in a second. She's just kind of like prefacing a lot with like the story of like who some people are. But Alyssa made a video kind of like talking about a lot of the stuff that was happening and framed it as like almost it was the opposite, like she was the one being harassed. So it's like a little interesting back and forth coming from both sides. But Jen comes with all the proof, so it's kind of like how, like, what are you supposed to say in that moment? Let me make this video bigger though. Wow.
watching Evangelina's video, I'm getting annoyed, right? I mean, I hate to even use the word because I know everybody loves to make fun of it, but it triggered me. It was like, no, this girl has been an absolute fucking psychopath, harassed the shit out of me for years, and you guys are sitting here and allowing her the opportunity to pretend she didn't do any of this shit. It was at the end of the video when Evangelina started going through the comments on Alyssa's video that she was like, yeah, no, this girl is... something seems off. And I did apologize in the comments. I am sorry for going off the way I did, but truly, it's been a long time of harassment from her. I was getting a...
So the reason that I think that it's important to note that specific part of it is because Jen will admit to the things where she feels like she's either like been wrong or like fucked up a little bit on, you know? She's not like necessarily going to be perfect in this story, and I will call out the things that I think are also a little bit interesting, even if she doesn't call them out. Also, we got Blood Raina with the Canadian 2 who said, I can't send a hot dog sticker, so this will do with some hot dogs. Thank you, thank you. And we got Alexis Ghost Raven who sent a floating heart for 10 jewels. Thank you. Bella Baddie, whatever your question is, feel free to just ask.
a lot of messages too.
Oh, wait, let me, I meant to skip ahead in the timestamp. My bad. Now, let me grab the next one. And no, Amanda, it is working perfectly. I just had that first little part that I wanted to show because it shows the first time where she kind of like admits she's wrong. And I knew it was in that little section right there.
Anybody that always says, oh, you get online and you talk about Gabbie all the time, or you only get online to talk about the stands. Yeah, I have a job. I'm a nurse. Y'all didn't take that from me. Even though you tried, that is what this video is about. I'm going to prove what you guys did. I'm going to prove what Gabbie did. But these...
And that's the thing. So when she first starts talking about this, she talks about a lot of the harassment that the fans were doing. And I was like, well, where does Gabbie play into this? Literally stay buckled in, guys, because the video gets crazier as we go. And let me turn the volume up a little bit because I realized she's a little low.
Years have not been fun for me. I would rather not do this. I'd rather not talk about this. And that's why I'm making this video, and I want it to be the last fucking time I talk about the stands, I talk about Gabbie, or any of this shit. I'm so fucking exhausted from it. It is the middle of 2026, and I'm still trying to get over shit that happened in 2025. I don't have the time or inclination for this shit. I'm exhausted from this. I'm fucking sick and tired of it. And it's gonna stop. I saw the video from Evangelina, and I made some videos of my own. I put them on YouTube. They're still up. And I also put...
It was a big back and forth for a lot of years. In fact, there's even a video we have of hers from like 3 months ago, which we'll watch here a little bit later. But like, it's interesting because there has been a big back and forth between her and this fan base for years. It's not like it's just been a single party kind of like going at her like one-sided, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I think is interesting to note when we're looking into this. I'm never saying that anybody's asking for harassment or doxing. I'm just saying sometimes, like, when a side starts showing they're crazy, it's good to back off.
Posted those videos on Twitter, and I also tagged Alyssa and said, why did you even bother making this video? Your ass is getting dragged in the comments. People remember you. I should have known better, because what did that do? That opened the door for Alyssa and maybe a handful of her friends who she says it's not her. I'm convinced it's her talking to herself. But then again, you know, there are a lot of crazy people out there. She has got a few friends and herself. They have been trolling me nonstop since about June 5th, and today.
And that's why it was also important to give a little bit of background, because a lot of this has to do with this person, Alyssa Perrine, from the community. And I don't know her actual name. That's her YouTube name when I'm saying that. In case you guys thought I was saying like her actual name. No, that's her like literal just YouTube name. When you look up like Alyssa Perrine, that's the person that's posting the opposite side. Like, she's basically claiming that, no, Jen Dent is harassing her, which is a little interesting.
is June 13th. I have had my job threatened. I have had them say they're going to call the State Board of Nursing. They have threatened my pets. And then there's always the video edits that come of me being compared to farm animals, me being called old, me being called fat, me being called ugly. It's nothing new. It's just the same thing. Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah, you can block them. They make new accounts. Alyssa has multiple accounts. Just search her name on Twitter. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I did, and she's not wrong. Like, I don't know. I don't know if she's just like a crazy stan or like what's up, but there's definitely a lot of accounts, and I'm assuming they're all hers because it's not like she's like a public figure. Her YouTube has 532 subscribers. Like, I did my research, and she's definitely just like a random stan, right? So like, if anything, she's just like, if you guys know how stan Twitter is, like you can be like a figure in stan Twitter without being a figure on the internet, basically. Like people will only know you in stan Twitter, and stan Twitter ain't shit. Stan Twitter is just like a bunch of people who already like the same thing you like. Like if say you like K-pop, right? But specifically, let's say you're a Cat's Eye fan and you're an icon. There's like a bunch of icons on Twitter. There's probably a bunch of icons who know each other. And then there's specific like icons who go to like all the shows. And that's usually what makes them like a prolific fan in stan Twitter. All right. Sorry. So much lore to drop on you.
So there's no need to block them. You can mute them, but they still find new ways to get you. If they can't get you on Twitter, they'll come.
Oh, wait, shit. Also, thank you, Alexis. Alexis is fucking cooking up these jewels over here. Thank you so much.
To your YouTube. If that doesn't work, well, then just go to your Instagram or your TikTok. It doesn't matter. I could get offline, but I mean, should I have to? Like, this is a long time and it's still going. So then Adam McIntyre, in his infinite wisdom, decides to take the video that apparently he had done on a live to an audience who was telling him he was wrong. He decided to then post that video on YouTube. So I think that was Friday. I can't really remember, but that gave Alyssa even more leeway and excitement and stardom and all that stuff. So she could just spend the whole rest of the day coming at me all day long from every fucking angle. Because
yeah, that was part of what I was talking about. So she would play the victim card by basically saying the opposite of what Jen was saying and being like, no, like I'm being harassed. Help me.
Adam gave her license to do that. Adam took the video down later on Saturday afternoon, as he should have, and to this day, he has not corrected himself or said anything. Adam, you know, I've watched your channel. I like you. I think your channel's cool, but you don't have to put a video out every day. You could take a break. You could research what you're talking about before you put it up, because somebody like you who has as big of an audience as you do, you have a responsibility to look into what it is that you're posting. You posted a person who has harassed me, who has forged my name, who says I doxed them, who has absolutely said some of the most horrible shit to me and my friends and done some of the most horrific shit, and you gave her an audience and you said that none of it was her fault. And to this day, you still haven't said anything else about it. Not that I expect you to, but I have to say that you posting that video really did spark a fire in me that put me in.
Oh, so this is where Gabbie starts coming up. So I know you guys are probably confused at this moment. This is where I said, like, I told you guys, I was like looking at this. I'm like, well, this just sounds like something a lot of Gabbie stans did, but not necessarily something that Gabbie did herself. So this is where we start getting some of the information about how Gabbie herself actually orchestrated some of the harassment through the fans. And there is video evidence of Gabbie literally directly saying for these fans to do these things. It is some wild shit we are about to see. Let me make sure the timestamp doesn't like skip a bunch before we get into the crazy stuff, because it's all over the place. Now, boom. I'm sorry, I'm a little blind today. Ah, here we go. I gotta pull up. So this part of the story is all actually, okay, yeah. Every part of what she's about to say here ends up being important because it all links together. So like, it's gonna get weird. She definitely does some weird shit that I don't agree with, but then it makes sense why she brings up her faults.
Emotion, and a lot of things have happened because of it. But before I get into everything that has happened after the video was put out, let me refresh everybody's memory on Alyssa and how I met Alyssa and how I even know who the fuck she is in the first place. I'm not even gonna try to remember what was going on between Gabbie and Jessie at this specific time. It was summer 2020. We're on Twitter a lot. There's a lot going down. And yeah, I ran my mouth constantly. I'm never gonna even say anything different. I have always talked shit about Gabbie because Gabbie deserves it. Gabbie is a piece of shit. Gabbie is the worst fucking person on this planet. So yeah, I was talking a lot.
So I told you, like, she will admit she was a shit talker. And of course, when you're a shit talker on the internet and that person's got stans, they will come after you. And Gabbie definitely had stans. She was a popular Viner. She was a popular YouTuber. I don't know how many subscribers she rose to over time, but she was on, like, different, like, YouTube houses and, like, shows and things like that. She was definitely all over the place in the YouTube early days, like the 2010s era. Not, like, early days, but the 2010s era. Loki said, just got here, don't know what's going on. It's perfect time. Just buckle in.
A lot of shit on Twitter, and there were a group of stans that were just absolutely asinine crazy. The main one that I remember is Alyssa. There was a girl named Skia. There was somebody named Tyler. There was a Monica. There was a Lisa. And then there was Gracie. And we're going to talk about Gracie in this video. But Alyssa was just...
And you notice how she shows receipts for all this? Because the receipts keep coming.
Off the chain from the very beginning. I mean, she just never stopped. It was nonstop. Boom, 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 boom. All day. If you blocked her, she made a new account. That's how I got to know Alyssa in the summer of 2020 when everything was really coming to a head between Jessie and Gabbie, and there was just so much shit going on, and Alyssa was just front and center, just constantly, again, harassing, trolling, saying the nastiest shit, talking about shit she had no idea. They all do that. They all talk about the Gabbie and Jessie situation as if they were physically present in every room of every situation that went down. They know more than anybody. You can't tell them shit. And throughout all of this, I saw that she does music. And I use that term very, very loosely. She had some music videos.
This is my favorite part. Okay, so I will say though, this is where I think Jen Dent fucks up. So she, in the midst of being harassed by this person who she knows is crazy and makes multiple accounts because she's already experienced the multiple accounts, she said that, decides to go check her shit out and finds out that she makes music. So then listen to what she says she does with said music.
Videos up, and so I went and looked at one of them, and my god, and I ended up posting it and just like saying, oh, this is a bop or whatever. I eventually was like, I'm just kidding, this is absolutely fucking horrible.
You can't stop the flowers. You can't stop my feet. If you think I'm not improving, you can shove it.
And it made her so mad.
You can shove it. Like, there's no way I could take that seriously. There's no way you could take that seriously. You can shove it. Ooh. All right, sorry. That takes me out every time I see it.
Mad that she, first of all, says that I told her to kill herself, which absolutely did not happen. I invite you to find that screenshot. Did not tell her to kill herself, but she got so mad about me posting her music that she decided to send me a cease and desist. And instead of me telling that story, I'll just let Alyssa tell it.
I released a new song and Jenna told me she liked it. She then went and claimed it was shit and that she shared it as a joke. From this point on, she started talking about my bad singing and kept posting my song, which is my own intellectual property. On August 10th, I sent Jen a cease and desist for intellectual property, and on August 11th, she responded with her signature. Jen likes it to
my own intellectual property. You can't stop it. You can shove it. Yo, her intellectual property. Don't fuck with her, yo. She big scary.
tell the story as if I forged her name onto a cease and desist, but what she always fails to realize is that she sent her email titled response with an attachment. I advised a legal notary, and I advised a lawyer after the fact just to make sure. I was in the clear. On August 12th, Jen sent me a cease and desist for defamation. In this, she asked me to, and I quote, "Please find attached and request to cease and desist defamation, slander, and or libel. Details are in the document. Sign it and send it back to me. My lawyer is involved now. Thanks." I replied by telling her to kiss my ass. She replied by telling me I had 10 days to sign it when it comes to my door. This confused me because first off, she doesn't have my home address. And second, mail? What? You have my email. You can...
Why are we cease and desisting? Or did I even say that right? I don't know. Cease and desist? Yeah, I think so. Cease and desisting. Why are we doing that? That is so funny as hell. Can I just be honest? Imagine you get in a beef with someone on Twitter, right? And they go and they post your little karaoke fucking shit on the internet. Like, I'm not gonna lie, no one's ever gonna find the extreme super cringe video of me as a child singing on the internet. No one could find it because it's not under like my name or anybody I know's name, which is the most fantastic thing in the world. It was under like some random friend I had's name, right? But like if somebody pulled that out, I know at some point, anytime in my life, someone could pull that video out of me singing at in 5th grade, Firework by Katy Perry, and it's there. And I'm gonna have to live in that shame. Am I gonna send a cease and desist for my intellectual property? Frick no. That's so crazy. Yeah, facts. The Passed Out Rabbit said, cease your singing and desist from posting it. Thank you. Cooking.
Do literally what I did. It is just as valid and just as legally binding. And I just want to—
Oh shit, also, thank you guys. You guys are poop spamming. You guys are poop spamming the jewels right now. So thank you. Also, we got Danny Midnight with a little finger heart. Thank you. Devastator said, gonna cease and desist the Kazoo video. Dude, the Kazoo video is a national treasure. I'm proud of who I was.
say, just because you don't agree or like someone does not mean that a notary, 2 lawyers, all of them are lying. Like, the evidence is all right here. So you can either continue to say it's fake, or you could just accept that I sent you a cease and desist.
Nobody
Now wait to see what Jen says, because she absolutely cooks her here.
said you didn't send me a cease and desist. I said you forged my name on that cease and desist, you fucking clown. So there's that story about her forging my name. And yeah, a cease and desist, how valid could it be? Whatever. But she actually cut and pasted my signature onto that document. And in that document was like a list of things I had supposedly done, like offenses, and then a list of things that I agreed to. And she put my name at the bottom, and that just was not cool with me. So.
Now, the funniest part of this is if you even listen to it, Alyssa literally admitted that. She said in one of the emails at the bottom of it, it had like her signature as like the email tag or whatever the fuck. And she literally admitted to copy and pasting it as a file or whatever the fuck. Like that's so fucking actually deranged. And then putting it on the cease and desist. So yeah, you did forge her signature. What she literally claimed you did. That is a little deranged.
Alyssa's other claim on me is that I doxed her. And rather than me tell you the story, I'll just let her tell you the story, which she already told on YouTube. This is a video that she did back when it happened.
November 17th, Alex James posted a video on Gabbie, and Jen had kept tweeting about us. After a couple of us in a group chat had seen a video on TikTok about how people were signing up their exes for Donald Trump email listings that spam them. And immaturely, we decided to do this.
And immaturely. Like, I like when people, like, own up to things in the most, like, you'll hear her go on to say, like, they'll give, like, explanations of this. Like, if you're gonna give, like, I'm sorry, and then you give a bunch of reasonings for, like, why you did that thing, it doesn't really come off like you're sorry. It just kind of comes off like you're being like, I'm sorry because I got caught. And then, on top of that, it's just, like, you're literally admitting to, like, harassment spamming somebody's email, because it's so the way she's making it out, by the way, is that it's like, oh yeah, like it's like one time they're gonna spam it to your email. No, they can send it over and over again, because the way that the bot thing worked, and she'll kind of like go on to explain this, but I'll just give like an easy rundown, is you had to like give your email back and accept these emails. And because they're not obviously accepting the email spam anytime they put in their email to one of these fucking things, it'll just keep sending them an email over and over again, asking them if they want to join. So
Realize now that this was a bad decision, and this is something that I shouldn't have done. It was immature, it was selfish, it was rude, and I can take accountability for that. And we realized it was a mistake. On November 18th, Jen noticed that my IP address was linked to one of the spam emails and posted it on Twitter, saying I was dumb and wouldn't realize that I did this.
I tweeted that it was Albuquerque. The IP address showed Albuquerque. Let me say it again. Albuquerque.
We can all agree what I did was dumb, but we can also all agree
Albuquerque. Can I be honest? Some of the shit in this is so funny. Why she hit it like that? Albuquerque. Are you Albuquerquean? Thank you guys for the poop spam, by the way. You guys are still going. Thank you. Loki Barra said, is your name Kellen Quinn? Wait, I'm trying to think of a fucking Sleeping with Sirens song right now. Off the rip, bro. It's been a minute. What's a fucking Sleeping with Sirens song? I know the one Pierce the Veil, it's like, oh, won't you push me for the last time? I can't even hit that shit. Kellen Quinn sings higher than any woman. Like,
that swatting is a serious and dangerous issue in America right now.
Come here. Come here. Nobody is going to swat you. What the fuck are you talking about?
And posting my
I don't want to come there. I don't know. You're scaring me. Albuquerque.
IP address like that could have gotten me injured or killed. That is not okay. On November 27th, Hello Leash made a video on the Gabby Hannah fandom about the emails and how toxic we are.
I remember waking up one morning and Jen being like, ugh, they signed me up for like 10 spam email lists. And I was like, who? And she was like, the Gabby stands. And then I, for some reason, had like a sinking feeling in my stomach. And I checked my email and I had, if I'm not mistaken, like something like 54 email lists. And I remember the timestamps on when the emails that came in because these people were signing us up on these email lists, these spam email lists, but you had to confirm. So they would send you a confirmation email. You would have to confirm that you actually want to sign up for those lists. And then those confirmation emails also included IP addresses. I remember noticing that it was like, it would start at like midnight and went till like 5 or 6 in the morning. Like these people were up throughout the night, just signing me and Jen up for these email lists.
Now, this is always why I tell everybody it's pretty smart to not click any random links that you get, especially if it's from your email. I mean, I feel like that's like common knowledge, but social media, you never know what could be secretly tracking your IP and just looks like a normal link. So just be a little careful with your internet safety.
We deduced that the people most likely responsible for this were Alyssa and Skia. I think it was Jen that said, yep, the IP address that was on this email says that this person is in Albuquerque. And we know who's in Albuquerque. There you go. You add 2 and 2 together. And
that's a dog whistle if I've ever heard one. I will admit, that's a bit of a dog whistle. Like, that's where I'm trying to say, like, okay, you can say this person lives in Albuquerque, and you're like, well, Albuquerque's a big place, and they don't know where they're at. If they don't want people to know that they live in Albuquerque, they don't want people to know that. Like, so that's where I'm trying to say, like, I don't feel like she's perfect in this situation.
if I'm not mistaken, Alyssa is referring to that as doxing.
A lot of us were doxxed for defending her.
Albuquerque.
A
Albuquerque.
fly.
So that's basically it on
A fly. But yeah, I don't know. Saying over and over again that somebody like lives in an area and they don't really want their area put out there, I will admit, is shady. And it's like not full doxing, but it's like I don't even think it's like a soft dox. What do you call that? What do we call that? Like if doxing was hot chocolate, it's like the marshmallow. I don't even make sense sometimes. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's just keep playing this.
Alyssa. Really, this video is not about Alyssa. I would like to get into what happened after Alyssa's video, Evangelina's video, Adam's video, and Adam's video being taken down, the constant harassment and trolling that has been going on since the 5th, and what all has happened since then. Like I said, I was getting a lot of messages, a lot of different places, and some of the people that were messaging me were stans that I recalled their name. They knew me and they contacted me and told me who they were. One of the ex-stans is called Prince. I fully remembered that username and the way that this person talks, and this person got in my inbox and started talking about the whole thing and explained how they were very, very young when all of this happened, but they were watching and they remembered all of this. And this person helped me a lot with like remembering usernames or specific people or specific posts. One thing this person said was that Gracie was pretty much used by Gabbie and discarded. And I do have an old...
So this is where the juice comes in, y'all. The juice, okay? So it's all just been this one stand of Gabbie. And granted, she's definitely done fucked up shit. Jen's not necessarily innocent either. But where does Gabbie come into this?
comment that was put on one of my videos regarding that. I know the lore with this one, sadly, as someone that used to support Gabbie. There was a fan named Gracie that Gabbie manipulated into thinking Jen was a rapist privately in DMs and managed to make Gracie speak up publicly and spread this allegation. Gabbie watched Gracie get sent so much hate for spreading this allegation, and instead of checking on her, she just watched it all go down. She loves to have her fans do her dirty work for her and then claim she herself didn't do anything, because in the public eye, that seems like an accurate statement. Now that she's lost most of her fans, she's doing the dirty work herself publicly. Anyway, Gracie almost offed herself because of the hate, and Gabbie reached out to her and asked if she could use Gracie's offing attempt and mention it in her 2020 comeback video to make a public point that my fans get harassed to this point for simply supporting and defending me. If you watch that video, Gracie's attempt, without being named, is mentioned. Gabbie is disgusting. She was never sexual with us, as far as I know, but she groomed us like colleagues.
Hey, babe.
So when I first saw this, I was like, that's like a crazy thing. Like, we better have some sort of proof of this. That's what this video is.
Gabbie is disgusting. She was never sexual with us, as far as I know, but she groomed us like Colleen.
Hey babe, I had a question. I'm writing my comeback video right now, and I'm just talking about how shit got crazy after I got off still, and part of me was just trying to just show how fucking crazy these people are. I'm making a list of all the shit they did, like how they were collecting people's personal private conversations from when they were venting in the Discord and contacting their families and stuff. And obviously only if you're 100% okay with this, and obviously I wouldn't say your name, but would it be okay if I said something along the lines of like one of my fans relapsed with self-harm and attempted suicide because she was under extreme duress from these people? Obviously it's only if you're 100% okay with it. One of my
What the fuck, bitch? You got some splaining to do? Because look at this. I remember when this video came out. I remember this video specifically.
fans who's been along the ride. Oh god, she's been around for fucking ever. She's the fucking best. She had a relapse with her self-harm and attempted suicide because they contacted someone they shouldn't have and put
Same
her under
outfit.
extreme duress. And now she's in a rehabilitation center. Like, this is not some weird troll internet fun. These are seriously dangerous people, and I'm not even here. And every day it's a new drama that they're trying to create still.
So as far as Gracie goes,
That is some sick ass shit, bro. She literally sat there, same outfit, waited till she got the confirmation from this girl that she was okay with her doing it. And even in that video where she's sending it, she's like, oh, babe, please, like, will you let me use this thing? Like, these people are really just, like, harassing me so bad. And if I use your story, it'll, like, prove my point that my fans are going through, too. And it's just the way that she's, like, pulling at the heartstrings of someone that's clearly a super fan of her. So, of course, they're going to say, yeah, use my story, whatever the fuck. That is so absolutely sick as fuck. When I saw this for the first time, I was like, oh my god, I have to talk about this. Because there's no fucking way. There's no way. Like, there's absolutely no fucking way she actually said that. Sent that video and thought that was legitimate. Like, that's absolutely insane. Sammy Senso said, Gabbie is seriously a dangerous person. Oh my god. Like, actually, like, young people should not. If you are a parent out there and your fucking child is watching Gabbie, I suggest you don't let that happen for whatever shit she might fucking get your child wrapped into. Because one thing you gotta know about this situation is a lot of what you're gonna hear about these super fans are happening with really, really young people. And young people are more susceptible to, like, do what their idol is gonna tell them to do.
I honestly always felt bad about that. I did recognize that for whatever reason, this adult had been encouraged or influenced to do this. What Gracie initially tweeted was, guys, I think Jen may have somebody, or guys, Jen may have someone. And she retweeted that tweet from that crazy account that literally to this day, I don't know who that is or what they're talking about. To be honest, I think Gabbie is behind that account. It's just totally crazy that somebody would tweet all that and then just disappear, never respond to any questions. Like, I myself even sent that account a message.
So for context, in case you guys, like, missed why this whole Gracie situation is even coming up, Gracie, apparently her attempt is related to the fact that when she retweeted this allegation about Jen Dent, she was harassed so heavily that apparently she SH'd? Yeah, SH'd in some way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit gets wild. This shit gets deep.
And was like, who are you and what are you talking about? So I just truly believe that was Gabbie or Peyton that made that account. But I always felt bad about Gracie because as a nurse and just a person in general who has dealt with many things in my own personal life and with people I love and know, I know what it's like to struggle with something and then to just have things piled on. I know what it's like to act out when you're not happy in life or things are not going well or you feel like you don't have any control. And so I felt bad for Gracie, and I always did feel
That's a name I haven't seen in a minute. Hemi Zach with the 10 Hot Dog Gang gifted memberships. Holy shit. I hope you're doing good, Hemi. Glad to see you around, man. That's crazy. Thank you, thank you. Make sure to thank whoever gifts you, guys. Make sure to say thank you to Hemi. But also, that's perfect time because we're going to skip ahead in this because, like, there's more crazy shit that we're going to see, more videos of Gabbie coming out that you would just not believe, bro. It's absolutely some sick shit. So, here, let me go to the next timestamp. 22. So this is where we get Gracie's response to a lot of the stuff that's gone down here. Why the fuck is it not loading? I hate when it does this. It does that thing where it just like it like infinitely spins and then you gotta like re-pull it up to the timestamp. Strange.
I have no idea
Story.
because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Don't play me! Snowflake, don't do
Tried
this!
to gift memberships, but it won't let me. We'll figure it out at next time.
Don't play me! We're gonna have this back and forth battle and I will win, bro. Me and Snowflake are dono battling this out now. I'm not playing this game. But thank you. Good to see you, Snowflake. I finally made it in the Patreon.
Just want to hear Gregory. Hoa 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 ah hoa ha hoa ah hoa 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 hoa.
I'm sorry, Alexis. That wasn't time. Why do you hit a ha hua? Ha hua. I love Gregory. We're never changing Gregory, by the way, guys. He's just perfect. All right, so this is what Gracie's responding to. Let me show you guys the tea. So, it says, "Hi, Gracie. I hope you are doing well. I was hoping to have a conversation with you. I would like to talk about that tweet that accused me of SA. It is my belief and understanding that there was heavy influence surrounding that situation, and I would really like to understand it better. I am not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation and the never-ending cycle of Gabbie showing up every few years, writing/attempting to rewrite the story. I would appreciate a conversation that could bring clarity and closure to both of us. If you are not comfortable, I understand. Just know that I believe this could stop the cycle once and for all." That's the context. And then we'll go to the timestamp where she responds. Give memberships on computer only, not phone. Yeah, that is true. You have to do this like weird roundabout method to gift on iOS. That's actually very accurate. Yeah, you have to literally go to like Safari. You have to like click these like little buttons and use desktop mode. It's a whole fucking process, man. It's okay. I did it for you. No, because that's gonna sound crazy now. Oh, but we got Molly Soros. Welcome to the Little Smokies. Oh, also, you just reminded me. Book club meeting thing today. That's not a monetary thing. Nobody has to pay for books or anything. If you guys are interested in doing a book club, there's just a bunch of people who want to do it in the Discord. So if you're interested in meeting with everybody, that's going to be at like 6 p.m.-ish today. Granted, whatever time I get food after this. But, Little Smokies gaming event this weekend. We'll either do Mecha Chameleon again, because I really love Mecha Chameleon. But if you guys don't want to play Mecha Chameleon, we could play something else. But we're going to do another Little Smokies gaming event this Sunday. So if you guys want to come play with the Little Smokies, make sure you Little Smoky up. Also, thank you, Foxtrot Remedy, for little 250 clapping seals jewels. Mr. Snowflake said, "I've got to feed some donkeys, and then I'll get home and donate." Huh? Donkeys? Bro's just like, "Yeah, I'm just casually feeding donkeys. Can you teach them to play keyboard? We gotta talk. Because if you could teach them to play keyboard, I need you for something." I promise you, it will be the biggest business venture of your life. Sammy Senso said, "I used to have donkeys." Bro, is everybody just casually Shrek? Right, Devastator. I'm keyboard. Haha, I can try. Yo, guys, we are going to make it happen. A donkey's kind of an upgrade from a mini horse. A donkey is literally an upgrade from a mini horse, y'all. Donkey playing keyboard, that is something that's never even happened before. V Midnight said Zay apparently has a knack for teaching equine animals how to play keyboard. That's my thing. I will teach a horse, a donkey, a llama, if you will, an alpaca. I don't discriminate. I will teach one to play a keyboard. That is my mission. That is my prophecy. I stand. Dino said Zay gonna teach them how to play the harmonica, not even lying. I'm a kazoo pro over here. You think I won't teach him? I'll teach him. Also, we got Dreadful Artist. Welcome to Hot Dog Gang. Harmonious Pretzel said innovating. It's a crazy business venture. You can only imagine. A donkey and a pony duet. Now we're cooking. Sammy said so since he might fuck around and get my chickens to play the xylophone. I could teach your chickens to play the triangle. Don't fuck with me, Sammy. Don't fuck with me. This might be a thing. You know what? This is my new venture. Everyone who has a farm animal, you let me know, and I'm gonna teach your farm animal how to play an instrument. I'm gonna be like Caesar Milan, but for farm animals and instruments. All right. Now we gotta get into Gracie's response.
Hi there, Jen. I hope you're well. I'm definitely open to having a conversation about this because the whole time really traumatized me, as I'm sure it did you too. Saying it with a heavy influence is an understatement. To give a little bit of more context into our relationship, I'm not sure why she first started constantly replying to me as a fan, but it was really exciting. Close to 2019, the dynamic kind of changed. Personally, I was going through extreme anorexia and struggling with like substance and drug use and dealing with the death of my partner at the time. I lost my job, apartment, and I had to take a leave from school to go into a treatment center. This is very important to the story because when she heard about these things I was going through, she started sending me money, gifts in the mail, and talking to me more constantly. And
this is making me so viscerally angry, bro. The more I'm hearing about this, it's just so manipulative. Like, I want to go back, actually, for, like, 2 seconds and just show that screenshot that was just up there. Here, let me mute it so it'll just, like, play out for a quick sec. Okay. Gabby Hannah paid you $1,500. Gabby Hannah's message. We'll get through it together, sis. That's, like, from Gabby. Gracie responds, thank you for always being here for me. If I can repay you in any way, let me know. I'm always happy to help you with anything. Oh, Gracie, sweetheart, this is me repaying you. Please recognize that. Gracie says, you're truly God sent. Gabby says, you. Bad karma out now? Is that Gabby? I think so. That looks like Gabby's face all distorted. It's just strange. I love you, girls. And then Gracie said, yeah, we got screenshots. Gabby says, thank you for everything as always. Gracie says, I love you. Oh, so the blue one on this one is not Gracie. The blue one on the other ones was Gracie, not on this one. And then she says, love you loads. This one is Gabby. Rent, money, spending bills. Also delete Patreon. I'll give you access to everything. Gracie says, wow, I could cry because I've never had someone be so nice to me. I could never take that much from you, Gabby. I feel so bad. You've supported me forever, emotionally and financially. That's so strange. Okay.
financially support me through this time. After that, she would ask me for favors here and there, which
This one says, Gabby says, are you awake? She responds, OMG, sorry I was asleep, everything okay? Gabby says, can you do the most random favor, LMAO? I'm trying to figure out if these cat people are legit. And then Gracie says, yes, haha, what's up? Can you email them and ask them how old the photos of the cats are? Bro, you got her doing favors like she's your assistant? Wait a minute now. This is... Malian said parasocial. It's very strange.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Huge ass with the two said Gabby needs a grippy sock vacation. She needs an expeditiously long one. She's needed one since the TikTok arc of when she was like fully crashing out, posted like 70 fucking TikToks in a row of her like religious ranting. And now she's a Orthodox Christian. Also we got Devastator with the one Hot Dog Gang gifted membership. You sniped Zachary Lulo.
quickly turned into receiving over.
Holy shit, we got a bunch at once. Okay, Gabby, and we're gonna start, actually we'll start left to right, just so, I don't know if these go in order. She put them up in a weird way. Anyway, so Gabby says, thank you guys, this is helping so much. The number of times I've cried over your kindness and compassion, I can't even count. Gracie says, aw, Gab, we love you and are always here to help. In the next one, Gabby says, I love you, all of you, but especially you guys, you're good friends. Gracie says, I love you so, so much. Next one. Gabby says, I love you guys. You for real are amazing friends. Gracie says, so are you. I'm so thankful for you. This other person says, so, you are too, dude. We appreciate you so much. Gabby says, someday we're gonna, for real, gonna kick it. Get high as hell and just talk. It's gonna be so sick. Gracie says, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be amazing. So she's like kind of like giving her people like this false hope of like, yeah, we're gonna like meet up. And like, that's not to say like you can't have these like fan meetups at like VidCon and like whatnot, but like she's kind of making it out to be like, okay, we're all gonna get a hotel together and go on this girls trip. Like that's just the vibe this is giving.
For 50 messages a day from her. She would spam text me during.
Okay. Once again, left to right. So it says, can you message some groups, especially Peach Pies, to tell her that she's being insane? I literally just talked to friends about my feelings privately because she was being constructive in her tweets, but she was being a bitch. Chaz said, Gabby's apparently upset. Like, what the fuck do you expect? Gabby says, and it's also kind of ironic that she's saying I'm upset getting honest feedback when she's upset that someone gave her honest feedback. I'm not upset about the negative review. I'm upset that someone I was kind to is going out of her way to literally lie about me and be hateful and mock me on social media. So prime example right here of her literally sending her fans after somebody. Next one. It's a picture from Dulcet Dobrik, which I'm assuming is like just like a David Dobrik stan. It says, I just want to make one. Wait, who the fuck is this? A real Dulce T Dobrik? Who the fuck is Dulce Dobrik? Who the fuck is this? I don't even know. I'm out the loop on this one. But Dulce T Dobrik said, I want to make a last post about Gabby just really quick, just for stands. If you still stand Gabby, that's not the problem. Please stand Gabby all you want. She can be a totally really enjoyable influencer, and I totally understand. But guys, I just understand that my opinion may not mean much to you, but just consider what I said. And then it says, please rally the troops to explain what actually happened.
Hoa 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 ah hoa hoa ah hoa ah hoa 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 swa 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 hoa 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 ah hoa hoa ah hoa 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 hoa.
You know what that reminded me of when the SWA came, the voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? He kind of hit that shit. Oh, can you think he can hit that? You think he could hit that? That song's nasty, though. Don't look up what that means. Okay. And then, so Gabby sent this, like, screenshot of this, like, stan basically trying to, like, say, hey, like, trying to, like, give her some love. She's saying, please rally the troops to explain in the comments what actually happened. It can't come from me, but my blood pressure's boiling. Then this next screenshot says, would it be a bad idea for you / another trusted mod to respond to that? Like, as a mod, I can say that is 10,000% false or something. Then she responds, I will defend you. Chaz says, Grace can say that for sure. Gabby said, does it look bad though? Chaz says, no. Gabby said, I never know. So she's literally sending her fans and being like, hey, can you defend me in these moments? And like, these people are saying these things are happening. And can you like argue against that? Which is absolutely wild. There's like direct evidence of her doing the exact same shit that Colleen Ballinger was called out for, just minus the sexual aspects of it.
Breakdowns, talking about wanting to die and things like that. Some mornings I would wake up to a mental breakdown.
Then this one says, are you okay though? This is fucking nuts. I hate if you have ever done this psychotic behavior going like this every time at the end of a message.
Swa 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 soy 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 swa 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 soy 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 hoa 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 Gurgery time beaches.
Gurgery.
Hoa 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 soy soy.
Can we call him Gurgery now? Gurgery. Dude, I love Greg. He's fantastic. He had a hoa soy. Hoa soy. Okay, yeah, this at the end of every message, psychotic behavior. If you send me messages like this and at the end it's the same emoji repeating like this, you scare me. Sorry, that's scary behavior. Okay, so she wrote, honestly, I'm sad. I'll hit the emoji every time. Hurt. Embarrassed. Tired of being literally bullied and talked about as if I'm in high school. Mad at myself for being so hurt that I'm being bullied by people in high school. Worried they're gonna go off and talk about me on Twitter. Get drama channels talking about how they have old stands with insider info. God damn. Nobody shrugs that much. Nobody could shrug that much in a row. I was trying to prove how crazy that is. And then it's just like crazy. Like she's literally saying get drama channels talking about how they have old stands with insider info. Cause you know You know.
Spam in my inbox, and I guess from the headspace and the amount of substance use I was engaging in, plus the money and the attention, she had me doing everything for her at a certain point, because she had me genuinely believing also that she was innocent and that she innocently needed the help. We would video chat using this app, and I did save all the messages, and I have everything.
Rosebush said, damn, I tried super chatting the lyrics and YouTube said nope. They're nasty. Because if you translate what that means and YouTube knows what it means, because it's French, it's nasty.
Including videos of her finding evidence and begging me to post it. And then fast forward to when the drama channels heavily picked up on this, my issues and usage had led to me being in a residential treatment center. I will say the online drama definitely,
by the way, just a reminder, this is still Gracie's response we're in.
triggered me, but I had so many untreated issues still that I was dealing with, which was the main thing, my eating disorder that I was going through. And while I was in the hospital for my behaviors, she asked me if she could use my mental breakdown for her comeback video. At this point in the center, I was allowed my phone.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Message from Gregory, like the stream or else. Omelette du fromage or omelette au fromage? From French Gregory.
Don't they both mean omelet with cheese? Wait, omelette du fromage or omelette au fromage? I actually don't know which one's correct.
Gregory soy hoa soy hoa ja hoa soup hoa hoa swa soy so
Soy so ja hoa. He be getting ad-libs in there. He hit a ja, and that's on Jifus.
20 minutes a day for about a 3-month period while I was in there, and I wasn't really able to help her much anymore in the way that I was before. After I got out of treatment the last time, she pretty much ghosted me. I confronted her multiple.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Danny figured it out.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
He cannot speak French. He is not good with the French. He said, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I'm sorry, that was funny as fuck. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, V Midnight. Thank you to everybody who's thrown any super chats today. Very much appreciated. And gifted. Thank you again to Hemi for the 10 gifted. Much appreciated. Wait, did I miss any other ones? No, okay. I was like, whoa, I'm having a moment.
Times, and she pretty much told me I was incredibly parasocial and imagined our friendship because she was—
Whoa! I looked down for 2 seconds. Whoa! All right, I'm ready to read. I feel like this is from Gabbie. I feel like you've explained this to you in email, but I'll try to be more clear. I wasn't ignoring you. I was just staying offline as much as I can. I have best friends from college who will be at my wedding that I speak to twice a year. I have family members that I speak to every 2 to 3 months briefly. I don't talk to many people frequently. It's normal not to speak to someone all the time. I told you it's not personal. I'm not sure it's fair to say it wasn't parasocial for 3 years. In the summer of 2019, we definitely spoke more personally as you were so vocal and helpful about the Jessie stuff, and I'm very grateful for that. I did want to meet you and Angel in person to thank you for all the help and for caring so much, but we were in a pandemic and it didn't happen. I think what I looked at as not burdening you was something that I knew took a toll on you. You took as a personal attack. Gabby Hannah Renifle de Pach. De Pets. I don't know what is pets French? I don't even know. That's crazy. Renifle. I don't know how to say that. Renifle. Rampoo. That's all I got. So then she says,
motherfucker.
Oh.
Gregory is pregnant. Soy hoa soup hoa soup pregnant.
I think he's definitely pregnant after that one. He sounded like that one got him pregnant. I gotta admit, that one definitely let him over the edge there. Okay, so then she continues and she says, you took it as a personal attack or maybe rejection. It was neither. I don't speak about my personal details of my life outside of what's happening publicly with anyone but my RRLs and my sister. Don't beat yourself up or let your mind run in circles about it because nothing happened. I'm just very busy at working literally all the time, and the rare moments I'm with Peyton or my friends. I just keep to myself. It's very hard to trust people, even just telling people who I hired about and subtweeting about it. Things like that are why I really don't talk to anyone online anymore. Nothing feels sacred or safe, including the messages I'm sending you right now. I just know that you told people about me hiring Rachel. Please don't tell anyone, please. Pretty much as soon as I said it in MP, I was sent the subtweets about that from you and others. If you say the tweets aren't about that, I believe you. But yeah, it's not that I don't trust you specifically. I just don't trust anyone online. LOL. I'm worn out from people sharing my messages. Sorry again. I hope there's no hard feelings. I wish you all the best in the world, in the entire fucking world. Thank you again for helping me so much last summer. The person responds, the only person who knows is Chaz. I wasn't going on telling people, so someone is not telling you the truth. LOL. I don't know who is sending you subtweets, but mine is definitely about an IRL friend in an IRL situation. I don't know what other people's screenshots were or even what they were about.
Nice to a fan. It felt like the textbook definition of gaslighting, and she said so many lies to me about how her messages meant one thing and not how I perceived them. She then unfollowed me everywhere and told me she wasn't.
So once again, it's like proof from Gracie just saying like, okay, so she's friends with her. She's like done so much for her to like support her up until a point. And then Gabbie gets like mad at her that she like does something and kind of just like lashes out, even though it had nothing really to do with Gabbie is what she's claiming. Let me know if you guys are confused about anything. The D Rock said Gabbie was paying her rent. Yeah, that was part of what the $1,500 payment was. And I think she continues to say it in this as well. Or she might have already said it. I might have missed it. My bad. But yes, you are correct on that. Also, Stoic Steve said, Zay, you were one of the most entertaining part of the LCU. Just know that you are amazing. Thank you. That's very sweet.
Comfortable around me, and then invited a friend of mine who was also another fan account to her house and officially hired her. It was a really awful time for me. I even was in EMDR therapy after all of that because of the things she said to me and put me through. Also to Jen, I'm sure this wasn't easy for you either, and Jesse. So understand that everything I'm saying here is not to discredit the pain or experience or say that mine was worse, but it is important to know how complicated our relationship was. This has weighed on me for a really long time, and I've always wanted to reach out to you, but was scared to. I felt like you didn't want to hear from me, and I honestly, for a long time, was scared of what Gabbie could do with her influence of followers if I posted something like that. She was the reason I was doxxed after she used my name publicly, and there were people threatening my sister. I know this is a lot. It barely even touches the surface of our relationship. I apologize if it's too much, and I'm open to any more questions.
Oh, Amanda, thank you for bringing that up. Amanda said, don't forget to pick your movies for every $5 donation. That is very true, because I do have to actually spin the wheel to see what we're watching today, and then we're going to be spinning the wheel again tomorrow to pick Sunday and Thursday's movies. I got really behind because I fucking kept, like, updating the wheel but not saving it, so then it wasn't, like, saved, but it's actually saved now, so I have an updated version of the wheel that we can spin whenever you guys are ready for that.
Questions if you want, and I just want to say a little ding at the end. I don't want any of this to come across wrong. I am neurodivergent and I sometimes have trouble forming words, and I don't want people or you to think that I said all of this trauma to excuse my behavior. Despite my issues, I was definitely still responsible for my actions.
Aimez-vous les hot dogs? Oui.
Do you like hot dogs? Yes. I'll translate for you guys. Wow. I think that's what that means. Or does she? What is Amez? We like hot dogs? Yes. Oh, I think that's we. Amez is we? I can't remember. God, it's been so long since I took French. You guys really got me having a good time over here, though. Thank you, Rosebush. And thank you again, Alexis and Sammy said so. Appreciate y'all.
And I am truly deeply sorry for any of the pain that I caused you and other people. And I appreciate you guys' kindness and respect and willing to listen to my side. Thank you.
There was a fan.
So that was Gracie's story and what she had to say about the subject. And just a reminder on who Gracie was. Gracie was the fan who literally was sent that message from Gabbie.
Gregnick, Gregory, Gregothi, Gregaroni, Gregachino, Gregosworth, Gregosaurus, Rex, Grego, McGregoface, Gregory, Gregmeister, Soup, Hoa.
Gregory Gregnant or Gregory or Gregnant Gregory Gregathy Gregoroni Gregachino Gregglesworth Gregosaurus Rex Greggle McGreggleface Gregory Gregmeister Soup Hoa. I just wanted to see if that was even possible. That was difficult. That was really difficult. Kudos to the TTS. Oh, but just a reminder. So Gracie is the one who was sent that video message from Gabbie saying that she wanted her to use her story of her SH to like sympathy bait in this Jen Dent situation. So just so we're all caught up, that's what we just heard from that audio.
That was clearly enamored with you, Gabbie, and you knew that, and you all the time are talking about abuse and power dynamics. Also, you talk a lot about mental health. You've talked about when you've needed mental help, but then you say you're fine and you don't.
Yeah, Gabby Hannah has always been one of those big, like, I'm a mental health, like, supportive influencer. So to see her kind of weaponize somebody's mental health to try to make herself right in a situation is actually kind of crazy. Now we're going to skip ahead in this a little bit to when we see Gabbie directly, there's messages leaked where Gabbie directly tells Gracie, it's not just messages, I believe it's an audio here as well, where she directly tells Gracie to start attacking Jen. So the first one we see is, and I love you very dearly, this is coming from Gabbie, she wrote it like very dearly. So when we send out next round, what the fuck? So when we send out next round, I'm gonna I'm sorry, I can't. Put, it meant to write put. So when we send out next round, I'm gonna put both rounds in your package. They'll be different next round. Round? What is she talking about? Sorry, she got me hella confused. Are we playing sports? But keep that one on the low because I don't want everyone to think that they can hop up and pick up from the beginning. What the fuck? Because that would be mass chaos and impossible to track. But I don't want everyone to know you're getting special treatment. Ha ha ha. So I guess that was the general gist of that message then. Gabbie says we'll get through you to get, this is the one that we've seen before. And then hold on, let me jump to this one. Back to
disinformation. And then Gracie started sending more stuff.
This cannot come from me, Gracie. I just found the tweets. For some reason, they feel so violated. Yeah, sorry, someone just messaged me. Make that shit go fucking viral. Like, as viral as you can within the community. Like, I'll send you the tweets right now. I need to figure out how I can message Gracie. Quietly and safely. Like, it has to be like, this cannot... Subtly? How is she gonna do it subtly? It just can't come from me. Like, I'm the only person it cannot come from.
Yep.
What are the messages that she's talking about having this fan, Gracie, who she's already weaponized her mental health for? Oh, they were the R allegations against Jen Dent. Holy fucking... Are you insane?
It can't be like a massive blow up.
Yeah.
It can't be like 50 people sending it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It can't be everyone sending it at once, you're right. But it needs to get to people. It needs to be tagged to drama channels, too. There's a lot of...
They were trying to push... She was literally trying to push false allegations of rape against Jen Dent and directly asking fans to retweet it, saying she wants it to go viral, she wants them to add drama channels. That is so sick in the head. So sick in the head.
Tweets that
show, is her husband.
Like, somebody's, like, accusing her of being a little girl. Like, it's kind of serious. So, hold on. What, honey?
Yeah, good.
You don't think I should involve Gracie?
No, I don't think you yourself should.
I'm not. That's what I'm telling Gracie. I can't be involved. It cannot come from me whatsoever. So this account right here, Bungle X.
Oh yeah, well boy, yeah. Well, I thought it was her husband at the time. Her husband. Is she married again? I don't know. She's hard to keep up with the relationships, but I thought they were married at the time. But this was a guy that she was definitely dating. He's named in all of this fucking shit too, by the way.
Yes, that's me. No, I wasn't drunk. I assume that admission was a Freudian slip, but please, the truth will set you free. And then somebody here said, my internet's
Her ex-boy, I swear to God, they were married. Why did I think that?
not working at all. Baby, can I just see it on your phone so I can show Gracie so she can go find it?
Yes, 1 second.
Okay. That account keeps tweeting that she like raped a little girl. Maybe you can message the account and see if there's any details.
So it's no question what it's about. No question. What is she? Let's just.
That she like raped a little girl.
1 second.
Okay. That account keeps tweeting that she like raped a little girl. Maybe you can message the account and see if there's any details. Or also just like tell people about it. But like
Or just tell people about it. Like Jill said, she says it so casually and calmly. This is some sick ass shit to push on somebody, knowing like this is just some random fucking Twitter account. And this is obviously why Jen is saying that she feels like allegedly that the account might be Gabbie herself. I understand. Because why else would she be pushing it so heavily?
it can't be sudden, it can't be big. I'll show you pictures of it when he opens it on his phone, but they're Bungle, Bungle. X. Okay, so I will not rest until there is accountability for Jen Dent being a tiny innocent little girl. I don't care if it takes years, but everyone will know the truth. What are you covering? From who? Oh, okay. So? Babe, first of all, didn't it show something about it's Gracie. What's she gonna do?
You see how they're just laughing about this shit, bro? Here, let's move ahead to when they show more of it. And it keeps going. She just keeps going.
Yeah, I don't know. But get people on it. See if you can, like, get some answers. I have a drama channel looking too. Dude, fuck all these people.
Like, what the actual fuck, bro? There's, like, shit that I've heard that people have done that's, like, vile on the internet. But to actively push something, like, knowing this is just some, like, random false allegation, being like, oh, get some proof on it, get something on it. Just because you don't like this person, just because you don't like that they defended the fact that you were shitty to your friends. Like, this is so crazy. Sammy said she definitely knows more. This is so calculated and weird. They're definitely giddy that this woman... Exactly. Yep, exactly. It's so sick in the fucking head. The fact that they're sitting there and laughing about it tells you, even if they are fucking bringing it up like it was supposed to be like outrage, like it was supposed to be like some sort of real fucking accusation, they're laughing about it because it's not about... like bringing it up to the light and bringing up the shitty thing that this person did. It's about getting that gotcha moment for her. It's about getting that W win.
Well, I really hope this person has some type of like evidence, which I'm sure they don't. Like that would have been years ago, right? Like if Jen Dent was like being little girls, it would have been years ago. Yeah. Like what receipts are there? None. But I'd love to hear the story. There's no...
What the fuck? Like, this is so sick. This is so sick. And she's like, yep, let's just, like, push this. Let's just, like, push something that we clearly know there's not gonna, like, be... Like, if you believe this, why not take it to the police? Dino said, I don't know about y'all, but I would report it even if I'm not sure. That's my thing. Report it to the police. Report it to the people who can actually do something about it. She's saying she wants it taken to drama channels. She wants to make the story viral, laughing about it. That's not taking it seriously.
Fucking receipts for anything that they accuse me of, so...
I'm literally shaking. I had to take my medicine for anxiety just to do this. You would love to hear the story. You would love to hear the story of a little girl being sexually assaulted. Of course, the lesbian assaulted a little girl, right? Right, Gabbie? But you...
And that's part of why she believes that this allegation's been pushed on her, is like, you know, in certain spaces of the internet, when there is certain like levels of like homophobia, that is something that does get pushed very often with those like super red pill people.
Love to hear the story. So she needs to get people on it quietly and safely because it's kind of serious. She can't be involved, but get the details. There's no concern here about this fictitious child. Meanwhile, we got Peyton over here in the background. Peyton Saxon. He's a
That's what I said when I told you he gets like fully called out. I was like, she knows his full info here.
Medical sales consultant. I don't really remember exactly what company he works for. You know, Peyton, who painted himself and was painted as the ever concerned and so supportive boyfriend who was so worried about her mental health, and he just hated that any of this was going on. He even sent me a DM one time on Twitter telling me to stop cussing at the kids or something like that. But Peyton found this on Twitter, just found this and gave it to Gabbie, and is in the background.
Yeah, he's clearly pushing that he is just as guilty as Gabbie in this as well. And I'm glad they like name and shame him the way they do. I never agree with like trying to like contact people's jobs or anything like that. But I do believe like if this is turning into like a legal situation where she wants to sue them for defamation, which I feel like she might potentially have a case, she's better off not saying things like that anyways, but that's her business. That's just my opinion.
Talking about being quiet and safe and subtle.
Are people tagging Jen in it? Like, are people tagging Jen being like, hey, did you this little girl? Because, like, low-key, if we put a lot of pressure on her about that, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because, like, what if she speaks about it herself? You know what I mean? And then people start looking at...
I'm finding everything in me. Like, it's like there's no fucking way. And it's not like she's like new to the internet. It's not like she can try to like, this is just so vile, so sick. One of the actually grossest smear campaigns I've ever seen. And the way that she did it so blatantly, so vilely, and had so many of her like stans doing this, like the fact that there's these videos that are even leaking, clearly these weren't sent to just one person. I highly doubt that.
Into it, like, well, why are people accusing you of being a little girl? Because, like, that's so random. So, like, should they be pushing her to do it or no? That's what they do to me.
Look at the way she says it, too.
No.
I don't know what the right thing to do is.
I mean, when there's an accusation, it gets pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed on me. So, like, maybe it needs to get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed on her.
Yeah.
So that's like her reasoning for it. She's like, oh yeah, people just push things on me. So now you're going to be the person. So you cry wolf anytime that it happens to you. So now you're going to be the evil, vile person pushing something that you know is fake. Because you're basically saying there that you know that it's fake and that you just want the accusation to be pushed and pushed and pushed on her. Crazy shit. Like Jill Thrill said, forever a victim.
See if she finally responds to it. See if people pick up on it.
Yeah, I think she's seen it.
Maybe tag people like Primink or Shannon or Not Another Drama Channel, that SM Creep show. Like, maybe start tagging them in that shit. Yeah, of course she's seen it, babe. She's so obsessed with Twitter. Like, she stalks that shit like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, they need to push me, right? They need to be pushing me to respond to it, because anytime anybody says anything about you, they push you to talk about it, right?
Because I'm not gonna lie, if I saw a video like that about me, shit, I would probably just take all this evidence to the police, or like do a like a lawyer and get a defamation case started. I hope Jen Dent does actually do something with this, because I feel like there's got to be a case in this. Am I crazy? I don't know shit about legal stuff, so y'all can tell me if you feel like I'm wrong in this. But to me, I'm just like, there's absolutely no way that this is like legal. Psych in the chat said, nah, because Gabbie buddied up with all the commentary guys during the Jessie Smile shit. Yeah, that's very, very true. And that's part of why she's trying to get all the stuff sent. Yeah, talking about Creepshow Art, like all those name drops there were so crazy. Creepshow Art's another fucking big one who's a weirdo. I always got weird vibes from her. But I don't know, man. It's just actually so crazy. That kind of tells you the era that this happened into.
Dude, I hope that girl responds so much. Or whoever that person is responds about that little girl. It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, like D-Rock said.
Thanks for checking into it. This person, I doubt they're gonna want to talk to like random pages. They're not my fan, but...
Yeah, this little girl who got is probably not my fan, so good luck with us getting any info. Ooh, this is my favorite one.
Feel free to share this information with anybody who's worried. They have absolutely no case. They couldn't do anything even if they wanted to. In order for anything to be considered like defamation or slander, or for any type of legal action to be taken, one, you would have to publish it publicly. So like you would need to write a book, make a YouTube video, tweet, this person did this thing.
Yep.
So she's like purposely trying to go around the legal loopholes by having the other stand so she can't get the legal defamation case put on her. She's directly being like, I want the fans of mine to do it. I want you guys to be martyrs for me. Take the sword, retweet this, push this narrative. Sick fucking shit. Sick fucking shit. That, oh my God. Like,
I made sure to put it all over Twitter and retweet it and pass it around like it was factual information.
Which you haven't done any of. You haven't like gone out of your way to be like, this person raped this person. So you're good. Second, they would have to prove that you did it knowing that it was a lie. So like if you came to me and you were like, hey, like I know that Jen didn't actually do this thing, but I'm gonna like tell everybody she did this thing. Like, are we in this together? Okay, great. Like you would have to prove that that happened, because them saying it's not true, like the reason defamation is so hard is you have to prove that the person knowingly lied. So like in my case, like I could sue T-Spill for defamation or Dustin Daly for
So do you not think you could be sued for defamation off the clip of you in the car directly saying that the reason that you're doing this is to push allegations because allegations get pushed on you? That feels to me like you were knowingly saying that you know that it's fake. Like, just saying if all of her legal bullshit is, like, real, because I know a lot of you guys in the chat are saying it's not. I don't know anything about the legal stuff. I'm not going to act like I do. I literally sat here and said, I think this is a defamation case. Let me know if I'm wrong. So... Psych Draws in the chat said she had commentary on her side too, like they fully defended her. She could have moved on and rebuilt, but no. Exactly. There was multiple times where I literally thought, okay, like it happened, like she's just gonna move on, and then nope, she just goes crazy again. She has these like psychotic episodes. She truly needs like real life mental help.
defamation because they had alternative information and they ignored it. So like unless you have some type of alternative information, like this Adam Bungle guy like came to you and was like, hey, just so you know, this isn't real, they can't do anything. And then the last thing is you never accused anybody of anything. You asked people.
You're just retweeting an accusation and pushing it behemothly with the intentions of making it go viral and tweeting out the drama channels and harassing Jen with it and adding her in it. So she has to answer for it, because those are your words.
Questions, like somebody else put something out there and then you guys were talking about something that somebody else said. None of you guys made the claim. So those are like the three main things. You guys didn't make the claim in the first place. You guys didn't publish that claim, and there's no way to prove that you guys were saying anything that you knew was a lie. They're just trying to scare you. They're bad people. They're
trying to scare you. Bad people. Do you not think you're the bad person? Like, it's just so insane, the projection, bro.
They're fucking losers.
But it also tells you how she's trying to make her fans feel safe and pushing this out there. She's trying to, like, get them to a point where they feel comfortable in doing this because they've got Gabbie, like, backing it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let them scare fans. They're literally trying to scare fans on Twitter from speculating. Like, they know. Like, what they are doing is what has been happening to me for how long now? Like, they're so fucking stupid, dude. Don't worry about it. You're absolutely fine. There's not a lawyer in this fucking world that would try to sue you guys. And then if they did try to sue you for defamation, fun fact, they would have to pay your court fees because there's no way they would possibly win. Trust me. And if
trust me, like, it's literally, she's using every tactic to push them into doing this because they love her so much. It's straight, like, manipulation of a parasocial relationship, and that is exactly what Colleen got called out for, except hers had a more sexual aspect to it. This is a different type of dark side where hers involved issues of harassment of somebody to the point that they're calling their workplace, trying to get them to lose jobs, pushing these heinous accusations on them. They literally tried to ruin Jen Dent's life. These accusations are life-ruining.
They did take you to court and lost, which they would lose. They have to pay your court fees and your legal fees, so you're gonna be fine. regardless.
First of all, Gabby, you are so fucking vile. You know exactly what the fuck you did. You did this on purpose. You found this tweet that I think you tweeted, but you found this tweet and made sure that it was spread far and wide. You called a drama channel and asked them to look into it, and you're telling these people not to worry about it because they're just your fans on Twitter. That's where it was tweeted, Gabby. That's where this whole thing happened. Gabby, you're so disgusting. Wash your fucking hair. Then you just disappear after all this. You send little apologies, emails, and videos.
The apology says, I wanted to say sorry to you three for involving you so heavily in this. As much as I view you guys as friends and peers, I still wasn't fair of me to put you in that position, especially with the last situation. I was having a very emotional and exhausted response, trying to make sense of why this is and has been happening for so long. I really appreciate all your efforts. I'm really sorry for dragging you into all my chaos. And other news, we should all do a WhatsApp group so we can stay in touch now that I'm offline. Way easier than email. I'm not sure if Angel checks this email, so Chaz, please forward it to her. I know Gracie is off socials right now too. Love you guys. Gabby Hannah.
But you disappear and you just leave the fans to deal with this. You leave Gracie to deal with this. Gracie's in treatment.
Hey, wow, I'm so ugly, holy shit. I just want to apologize for really involving you in so much. Like,
I just wanted to really apologize for just really involving you. Yeah, you really care so much.
Know that, like, we're friends, and I was, like, leaning on you as a friend, but it was just too much, and put you in a compromising situation. And I guess in my head, I was like, oh, well, Gracie's, like, relatively anonymous. Like, she's just, I'm on the toilet, by the way. Like, nobody's gonna, like, come for her. And obviously I was wrong, and obviously it's just like, I know you're saying that's not the reason you're gone, but it was a lot. So I just wanted to say that.
Turns out Gracie's not even in treatment for this. Gracie told you she was in treatment for other things outside of this. You asked to use her story as an example of how I went out of my way to ruin other people's lives.
You weaponized it, and you're trying to make it about everything was about that, when it definitely wasn't. Now, there is a little bit more to her video, but before we run out of some time here, I do want to get into this next thing, because, wait, let me make sure I didn't miss anything important. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna jump into Gabby's religious content a little bit. So this stream, or this video itself, is actually what even brought Jen into wanting to make this, because it's like the way she kind of talks about her history and her life and things. All right. Here we go. This is where things begin.
I would say, like,
excuse me.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
A very specific number for a very specific reason. Eyes emoji, pride flag emoji, person in suit levitating emoji, as a fruity flavored operative hoa hua hia hia ha ha ooh ho, this pregnancy is beautiful.
As a fruity flavored operative. This pregnancy is beautiful. Wow. Truly art. Thank you so much, Jill. Appreciate you. Y'all got me. This is certainly a funny day. Y'all gonna be crying in the midst of all this crazy ass drama.
Spirit of fear was not only holding me back from sharing my testimony, it was holding me back from trying to get involved. A huge part of my story, I would say, like, the crux and the climax of my testimony includes slander and public humiliation. And when I bring that up today, the naysayers say you have to leave it in the past. All of these people haven't spoken about you in years. But the thing about slander is it's not a single...
What? Did I do the wheel? I didn't spin it yet. You scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. You just, like, ran in the room. He like, tripped over something, and he, like, scared me because he tripped. I thought he was gonna fall. Okay, so... did you put it in the docket, you're saying? Okay, how many did you add? 6 more? Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. If you guys want to get your movie picks in before the stream ends, make sure, excuse me, you do so. If you're in the Discord, It's the easiest way because then he can just send it straight to me. All right, let's keep going.
Attack. Slander is designed to ruin your life. It's designed to ripple into every single facet of everything you do. It's meant to ruin your reputation. So it's not something that, well, that happened to you years ago, you got to get over that. No, slander is an ongoing attack. And that's my testimony. Like, that is.
So you self-admittedly are saying slander, these accusations, things like this are something that never goes away. But you are also the same person who was willing to push these accusations on somebody so heinously and have other people push them to the point of virality. Crazy.
Is what saved my life. That was the pivotal moment of God intervening and answering my prayer on my come up when I said, God, don't let me stray too far. I'm so thankful to the Holy Spirit for putting that prayer on my heart, because that level of wisdom to pray that prayer at that point in my career, with the fear of hell ingrained in me from childhood, praise God, thank you to my parents, my grandparents, because hell is real, heaven is real. Religion is a mess, but there are realities to the spiritual world, and one of them is our soul.
All right, she's going to go on this whole religious rant here. And if you guys want to hear her whole religious rant, you're free to do so. But we're going to skip ahead in this a little bit. Because she goes on a little bit here in a second, talks about stepping away from being a public figure. Also, hi, welcome in everybody I'm seeing for the first time today. I see General Skullface in the chat. I saw another one like just a second ago. Oh, Sparta. Hello, Sparta. Nice to see you guys.
Was feeling very called and pushed again. I had just come out of this phase that I go in and out of, which is, I don't want to do.
Oh, I am going to play Jen's final words, but I want to play a little bit of this first.
Do this anymore. I don't want to be a public figure. I don't have to do this anymore. I just want to leave, exit. It's hard. It hurts my feelings. Like, I'll be just genuinely so peaceful and enjoying life, not thinking about any of this, moving on. But then I open up YouTube because I just want to enjoy the platform like anybody else. And I'm served a viral video of a creator I've never even seen before with hundreds of thousands of views on a video saying that my Christian girly era is sad and depressing and concerning. And it hurts me. This is a today thing.
It hurts me. It hurts me when people say they don't like my Christianity, but I couldn't dare think of the feelings of Jen Dent when I sent my fans to viciously attack her and push heinous accusations on her. But feel bad for me.
And that's a part of my testimony. Is every single day I have to forgive the people who slandered me to the point of actually gaslighting me into a mental health crisis. And I have to get triggered every time I open up TikTok and I see a post about showing signs of psychosis merely for existing, merely for speaking. It's hard. And that's part of my testimony. Because every time I try to quit, God, make sure it is clear, it is known. I gave you a special gift that not everybody gets. I gave you the gift of influence, whether you want it or not. It was never me who had it. This it factor, like, it's God given. It's not a choice. It's like that charisma, that X factor.
Bitch. No, you could choose anything in your life. You choose to keep coming back to the internet because you don't want to be a regular person. You know you like this shit. As much as she's trying to, like, lead you to believe it's God's choice, all this whatever hoopla, it's not. It's realistically, she enjoys it. To be on the internet, you have to inherently be somebody that likes attention. Gabby Hannah has always been somebody who likes attention. Okay? So don't let her fool you in this. She later on, I'll play a little bit of this. She's gonna start by reciting the Romans in this, but then she's gonna go on to say some stuff. It has something to do with what she recites. Strange shit. And then after this, we're gonna move over to what Jen's final words of her video was. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what even brought her here, because there was parts where Jen reacted to it, but I wanted to show you guys the real raw.
Very easy to do. I was grounded in Jesus. I was grounded in his word, in what he says to do. He says, never pay back evil with more evil. Do things in such a way that everyone can see you are honorable.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
She's just mad she can't use Christianity to manipulate people into thinking she's a good person. Also, Hannah Montana movie lol.
Oh, I love the fucking Hannah Montana movie you're cooking. And that's actually true. That's very fucking true. It does feel like she is trying to use like the religion to manipulate people into thinking differently of her, like better of her. That's so accurate. Also, thank you, Crystal, for the corgi for 1,000 jewels. I love the little corgi. Thank you.
Do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. Romans 12:17-18. And then somebody here added, this is not weakness, this is warfare. Anyone can react, anyone can clap back, anyone can return the insult. But we're told, dear friends, don't take revenge. And had I been in my word,
We're told, dear friends, don't take revenge. You don't even heed by these words you're reading. Like, literally everything that these words have said, I'm like, this is like literally directly contradictory to how she's lived her entire adult life. You've been the #1, like, petty revenge. Like, this is absolutely insane. The way that you suck out revenge on Jen Dent is something that most people don't even consider doing in their lives. Sick shit.
been reading the Bible every morning, had I been praying, had I been meditating on the word, had I been talking to God, had I been asking him to guide me to scripture, like, you know, I could have saved a couple days. I could have really, you know, instead of waking up and going to my Bible, I was waking up and going to TikTok comments. You know what I mean? Like, it's all consuming. And then here's where God allowed me to not only move on from this in this moment, but to actually, truly, not only forgive, truly forgive, not just say forgive and pray that you can forgive, but actually forgive these people. He shifted my hate to empathy, compassion, love, and sorrow in a meaningful way, because he reminded me what that life felt like, because that's not what my
I feel like this bitch is playing hopscotch to get to all of her points. This is not God, like, yeah, maybe, maybe you did have a revelation with God and God's in your life now, and that's fine, but to use God to, like, be like, I am a changed person, everything I am in my past, like, this whole narrative, like, it's just, like, that's not what's stopping you from picking up TikTok every day. Like, you have to have the willpower to do that. You also have to have the want and the will to believe in God. Like, it's like you have to believe in yourself before you can believe in God. Like, I don't even know, man.
life looks and feels like most of the time. I'm not thinking about this stuff most of the time because most of the time I'm offline. But as soon as I come back online and it's just, oh, Gabby Hannah's back, maybe let's just leave her alone. Living in that hate was such a nightmare. Living in that drama was such a nightmare. I used to live like that all the time. And knowing that these people live like that all the time.
I don't believe that you're this changed person overnight. I just truly don't believe it. Okay, so she goes on to talk about, like, her internal hatred here. Let me go ahead and pull this part up.
Out of you. When you're carrying that hate, that obsession with another person, this idea of retaliation or revenge or exposing or winning, like that feeling, I would not wish on my worst enemy. And I woke up this morning with so much gratitude that all of my prayers for wisdom, for discipline, for God to keep me safe and out of this path again were answered in a million ways in my actual spirit, in the way that God literally changes my entire For You page. As soon as I say a prayer, as soon as I
God changes my entire For You page. That's got to be the craziest sentence I think I've ever heard in my life. Top 10.
stop feeding into the negativity and I say a prayer, my For You page immediately becomes exactly what I need to hear about forgiveness, about not having hate in your heart, about being the model of Jesus, about being pure in your speech. It's so miraculous. Like, when you just let him in and engage, like when you obey, that was the message I kept getting, is God doesn't need anything except your obedience. And he is working in your favor. Specifically, he is working in your reputation. He is working in rooms that you are not in. He is doing things you cannot see.
These all feel like buzzwords. A lot of times when I hear people that, like, I think, like, here's my thing. I think religion's cool and all, and I think that you can absolutely take whatever, like, resonates with you, But when you push it like this heavily and like even your words don't feel like they're meaning anything and it's just kind of like empty buzzwords that like, I don't know, it just feels... Maju said, Zay, I'm not buying what she's saying. That's how I feel. Like, I don't buy what she's saying either. Like, I don't even think she buys what she's saying. I think she's trying to sell it to herself, if that makes sense.
Stop. Literally, my whole feed, my feed changes to stop trying to defend yourself to people who are trying to misunderstand you. Like, God answered me. He made me pick up this as I was headed out of the door to the gym. Pick up your Zip It devotional that I put in your feed over and over and over again until you bought it. See what word is in there for you today. Like, he used all these tools that I allowed into my...
Is God putting things on your For You page, or has it been proven that, like, you talk about things and then your phone automatically puts ads on it? Like, I've talked on streams about me. As soon as I signed up for my gym membership, I couldn't tell you how many ads I got for, like, different brands of gym clothes. It's like, clearly your phone tracks what you're doing. You're talking about God. You're clearly looking up stuff related to religion. Your For You page knows that. They are going to tailor it to things that you like. It's going to advertise things to you that are religious related because that's clearly what you're purchasing. Like, it's not hard to figure out how an algorithm works. And she's like being like, it's God. And I'm not saying that you can't believe what you want to believe, but I'm just trying to say that it's just a little performative.
Life and was able to communicate to me. He gave me my husband who wants me to express myself. He wants me to tell my story. He wants me to advocate for myself as a victim and for other victims of psychological abuse because it is real. My experience is real and it's something that deserves and needs to be heard. There's so much wisdom in this. There's so much good storytelling in this, giving me scripture, like reminding me, like my husband, as I'm getting upset, like even just behind the scenes saying hateful things about these people, like truly, like what is online is not even close to the way that I have felt about these people. And my husband reminding me, they have their own trauma. They're acting out of XYZ. Like, we are all victims of this world.
And remember that. Just remember that she said that. Because I just think that that's very interesting. Now, at the end, she does apologize to the public for how she's engaged in drama, which I'll show. And we'll leave her apology before we get moving over to Jen Dent's final words on the situation, and then we'll get ending off today's stream.
Hatred.
Also, just a reminder, we are going to be spinning the wheel before we end off, so if you want to get any of your last minute movie picks, make sure you let them know to either the Discord mods or me, so the mods are better right now, so we can make sure we get them added in. Otherwise, yeah, that's what I got for you. Oh, and book club. People are going to be meeting for book club in the VC after this. I think it's going to be around 6 p.m. So if you're interested in joining book club, it's going to be like a free thing. You guys will all pick the book together. I should be there on time, hopefully. I just have to get food.
I'm relating to you. It's not easy, but it is worth it. And I really am sorry to you guys and to the public for engaging in this at any point over the years. Okay, so that was my testimony of the week. Now I get to tell you my testimony of my life. I'm gonna get a coffee first though.
You couldn't just cut this part out? You couldn't just cut that out at the end? You had to include you, like, getting up and shit? Dumb. Anywho. So let's go ahead and jump back over to the final farewell from Jen. And this will give you guys, like, her closing thoughts on the situation and everything. And if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask them. Here we go.
Has always been someone else's fault. Gabrielle Kroner Christ. Chapter 6, verse 7. Gabbie, it's time to go away and stay there. As a collective, we are fucking sick and tired of you. You're a liar. You're a manipulator like I always said you are. There's no coming back from this, Gabbie. Why should anybody believe anything you say? Every time shit like this happens, I'm like, this is the last time I'm gonna talk about Gabbie. I really want to be done with you, but please go away. No wonder the church doesn't want to work with you. No wonder nobody wants to work with you, Gabbie. You're a terrible fucking person. So I'm gonna go about my business, back to my job as a nurse, where I am sure, as a hospice nurse, I lead more people to Jesus or Buddha or whoever the fuck than you do on a daily basis, Gabbie. Go away. We are so done with you, Gabbie. You'll never come back from this, Gabbie. And you deserve that. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I want you to go be so happy like you say you are. Go do that. Bye.
Damn, she kind of cooked her ass at the end there. So that's so far what is all going down. We may or may not get a response from Gabby Hannah after this video. This video came out 3 days ago now. It premiered on June 21st. So I don't think that there's been a direct response from Gabby as far as I've seen, but I'll keep you guys posted on if there is. So I'm going to get the wheel pulled up so we can get spinning for the movie. I'm going to also grab the ones from the Discord that need to be added, plus Hannah Montana movie. If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to ask. I did see in chat, where was it? Crystal said, I don't even know who this chick is. I'm here for your take on Foodie Beauty. Anyway, seems like she's a liar who lies. So I am planning on covering, I've seen Foodie Beauty had like a whole crash out situation. One of my Polly Pocket members let me know. Tomorrow, every Thursday, we do true crime. So I don't want to let my true crime girlies down. But on Friday, we're going to be covering the stuff that's going on with Foodie Beauty. So if you were here to see my opinion on that, I haven't seen it all yet. So I don't want to react out of the dark, but I will definitely make sure I get that in for you guys this Friday. Okay, so Hannah Montana movie. And then let me see what else is added in the Discord side of things. Ooh, I can just copy and paste them. Ooh, the Scooby-Doo live action movie is on there twice now. I'm hype. I'm hype. Moulin Rouge. Alrighty, so we're gonna be spinning this wheel here. We've currently got how many movie picks on here? 1, 2, 3. We've got 60 movies. 60 movies at the moment. We do 2 movies per week. There is currently priority wheel. The priority wheel only has 5 picks on it, so when those picks are done, every time somebody glizzy generals, they get a priority pick. But that gets spun. Usually we do 1 for Thursdays and then 1 for Sundays. We spun the priority one in the Discord because it wasn't ready at the time. But we got this wheel, and this is going to be tonight's movie. And then tomorrow, we are going to spin the wheel again to see what we're going to be watching on Sunday and what we're going to be watching next Thursday. So this is going to be around 7 p.m. Let's check it out. Ooh! Pineapple Express, and this one's on the priority wheel, so that also takes off a priority wheel pick too. Alright, so if you guys want to watch Pineapple Express with us in the VC later, you don't have to have a membership for that. That's just free. The Discord's open to all of you guys. If you do want to get a membership, if you're a little smoky or higher, you can join us for the Mecha Chameleon gaming event that we have. Otherwise, if you do a hot dog gang, that'll get you access to the Omegle members only video that I will have coming soon. I just had a really busy weekend this last weekend, so I did not get to sit down and film it yet, but I promise you it will be getting done this weekend so we can get that up for you guys next week. I know you guys are ready to see me Omog it up. But anywho, Alexis said what time for the movie? Probably around like 7 p.m. because there's still Love Island tonight. So we'll do 7 p.m. How long is Pineapple Express? That's actually very helpful. How long is Pineapple Express? Oh, I pressed a button I've never pressed before. Pineapple Express. 50 minutes, 1 hour and 51 minutes. So almost 2 hours long. So yeah, if we watch it at 7, it'll perfectly end in time for Love Island. So we'll literally watch that movie till it's over and then just go straight to Love Island from there. Oh, no Love Island. Wait, what? Is it Wednesday? What's happening? Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Oh yeah, today's Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's why we're doing the movie tonight. So we'll do it at 9 then. We'll just do the movie at 9 then. That makes it easier. Look at you, genius. Thank you. Dude, I've been thinking it's Thursday all day, and that's what's been throwing me off. Yeah, that's why we're doing movie nights on Wednesdays now, because there's no Love Island. So yes, we'll be doing it at 9 p.m. Come watch Pineapple Express with us. Maybe we'll play some games after, and I'll see you guys there. The Discord link has been dropped for you by one of the mods, and let me see who we're redirecting to. I actually didn't get that put in. I don't know who's live right now. Thank you guys also for all the jewels today, all the donos today. Much appreciated, y'all. All right, looks like Nightmare's live. I don't know how much longer he's going to be live for. I might redirect and he might end off like he did yesterday.